Yar. I'm being a pirate, chopping down trees. Yeah. Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Ew. That's good. Always good to see. Ah. Oh yeah. Nope. Ah. Uh. I. I. I've been debating should I reserve that or not. Technically, it's still reservable. Technically, yes. Well, I was gonna go for Amazon. Yeah. Uh. As an odd question, since it sounds like you were going to be getting the new Pokemons, which one were you getting? Damn it! I was thinking about getting Moon. Admittedly, I was. Well, that's the thing is like I have a friend up here that like half the time like he has both Pokemon games, but that's because like he's like a big he plays kind of competitively, but like as soon as he saw some of the Alolan forms, he's like, screw this, no more Pokemon. No, it's like he basically was like, no, this is gonna be garbage, and I'm saying they're going like, dude, because it's like Nine Tails is fire, and like, yes, but there's such a thing as an ice fox or a snow fox, you idiot. Well, technically, Omega Red and Ruby Sapphire are X and Y. Okay. Oh, that's nice to know. Ooh. Or they did so many tiny blocks that you can't distinguish the actual edginess.
Magikarp. Magikarp.
Starly!
Ooh.
Magikarp. 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 Goldeen. Goldeen.
Goldeen, Goldeen,
Carp.
Goldeen,
Magikarp.
Goldeen.
Magikarp. Magikarp. Goldeen. Goldeen.
Starly!
Carp. Goldeen.
Goldeen,
Goldeen.
Goldeen.
Magikarp.
Punch punch out the Pidgey. Punch it. Punch the Pidgey. All I could think of is that comic where it's like trying to explain all the Pokemon things. And it's like, have you ever tried to punch a bird? Nobody wants to do it. I need those. Oh, hey, you can change that. Great. All I could think of when you mentioned that, like, it's setting everything on fire was Breath of the Wild. Like, well, no, like in Breath of the Wild, like, have you seen some of the videos of it? Um, okay, you do know that it's the next Legend of Zelda game, right? Okay. I saw a video of the fire rods in it. Okay.
Charmander! Charmander! Charmander!
Pidgey fainted. Pidgey, little bitch. Oh. Oh. Whoops. Sorry.
Charmander! 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 Charmander!
Well, okay. In Breath of the Wild, like this was like when it finally got announced. Was that like I saw a video of Link with a piece of wood, and he just started running around the field of grass, and the field of grass caught on fire. And it's like, okay, that's nice. And then like a bunch of videos of people who actually got to play the demo. One of which had the fire rod, an updated fire rod, and it was just a bunch of people setting the grass on fire, including some. And probably one of the most famous ones was basically, you know how Link wakes up and he's like in basically boxer shorts. It was that person running around in boxer shorts, just setting fields afire. World on fire. Yarp. As best as we can understand, it's basically gonna be $250. Yarp. Switch, I am definitely for it. It's basically what I was kind of expecting out of it. Because even though everyone, and I do mean everyone that I know, both at work, friends, we're all going, oh, it's going to be a replacement for the Wii U. It's going to have a better touchpad and actually finally try and incorporate it. I'm like, no, Nintendo has said that they're not going to replace a mainstream console yet. A few others were along the lines of, oh, it's going to be replaced. It's going to be like a. It's not going to be a 3DS. It's going to be like a handheld again, but it's going to have touchscreen, tablet type setup. And I'm like, the way it's described was a little bit too powerful to be just a just a handheld. And so my thing was like, as far as I know, there have not been any plans to replace the 3DS, especially since it's doing so crazy well. Still, so my thoughts on it were it's going to be a hybrid. Something, and my first thought was like it's going to be a Game Gear with touchpad capabilities. Because you remember the Game Gear could act as basically a Genesis to a TV with the right cables. The DS never really got it until the Wii U started putting DS games on the eShop. And admittedly, you want to know what I think? If they made a USB device that just basically is a little tiny cartridge plug-in, they could probably allow people to and basically you get a little bit of download code. You plug it in, download the app, and then it would allow you to play DS games on your Wii U by using that little tiny adapter. It'd be basically like the GBA attachment for the GameCube, which the top screen would be the TV, the bottom screen would be the touchpad. And as such, I wouldn't. The one downside that I could think of something like that is scaling, and I do mean the scaling. Yeah, so certain the games that I could think of are like Pokemon would be okay, but the games that had like low res 3D models it wouldn't do as well. Ooh. Nice. Snur lyrics. Oh. Mm. Decimated. Pidgey is doom. Get cotton or wool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, right. Oh, right now I'm gathering crow feathers. Crow feathers, the level 10 botanist. So, I'm punching trees for feathers. And what's... Yeah. And weirdly enough, I've actually may have convinced a coworker to try and join me on 14. So... Gold and silver. Yeah. Admittedly, I have Soul Silver, I just never sat down and played it. Punch a Mareep in the face. I'd say probably a Mareep. Not unless you have lava-proof shoes. All I could think of is would be Bill. Yo.
Slow. Slow. Drowsy. Slow. Drowsy.
Probably another level 40 something.
Slow. Drowsy.
War turtle.
Grab the Squirtle. Oh, sorry. The Woolies. Or unless you somehow stumble upon the, Yeah. It's possible. Oh, yeah.
Slow. Magikarp.
Hard to capture Pokemon with a, currently incapacitated Pokemon. Unless you decide to do it, traditional fashion, which is punch the shit out of them. But you don't have any Pokeballs anyway.
Drowsy. Drowsy. Drowsy.
Yarp. Oh wait, I should probably do that. A feature that's been added to 14 is the Smith.
Magikarp.
Basically what the Smith is basically an actual tutorial thing for various classes. And one of the things is if you complete the classes, you actually get gear that, when I went through it as Archer, I actually got a ring that was set up for DPS that until level 30 granted like 100% EXP. And as such, it's also available, like there's other trainings for healer, tank, gathering, and probably crafting class. So it's kind of one of those things of like get people up very fast so they can at least enjoy some of the much more nicer things of the game. Just That's good. Four more to go. Crow feathers. Yep. Oh, no, it's a quest. And I have to get 99, but I already got like 45 of them before I actually got the quest. Also, speaking of torches, as a heads up, in 14, technically, I'm still part of the guild Torchwood, but what happened to the rest of the rest of the people from Torchwood? Miguel. He popped on very briefly, and he seems to doesn't really show that he's on very often. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Digging a hole. It's better than digging a whore. And I really need to double check for like levy quests for gathering classes, because I know they're out there. I need to do it. But I think after I turn in this quest, I'm gonna probably stop for the night, because rest of the XP is run out on Botanist, and I'm pretty sure that runs out on the rest of the classes, or does each class have its own, like, restedness? It's all shared? Okay. So I may want to leave off for... get rested experience for other stuff. Yay! Let's see here. Hmm. Yay! A straw hat. Oh, I'm double checking to see if there is anything going on with because I've now finally opened up the Levy Quest stuff for Botanist, which it's like, okay, now I can take care of that. But since Rested Experience is apparently shared, I thought it was separate. But then again, it could have been changed. I'm not sure. Because, like, since I was technically the latecomer to the entire group, and I'm just finally playing the game, I don't know. But let's see here. Where's the Smith? Great. Let's see. Okay, yeah, apparently you're right. Resident experience is shared. So, I was wrong. Yes. Well,
Magikarp.
in this case,
Magikarp.
log out in the middle of a proper town.
Carp.
Proper town.
Magikarp.
Rest of the XP, probably leave it alone for a night or two. Well, day or two, I should say. Oh, hey, that's only like 3 megabytes. Woo! Just updating stuff on Steam. On Steam. Good ideas. Firm. Other than being the shit out of Pokemon? Yeah. Also, I know that, like, with the whole, you know, like, get out and do stuff kick, eh, yeah, admittedly, I don't want to drag you back into 14. Trust me, if you've gotten away from MMOs, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, like, if you freed yourself of the shackles, like, said to say, I'm not the best person because, like, for me, MMOs actually have to be entertaining.
Slow.
And the only ones that I've really found that,
Goldie.
was, The Secret World, which, technically it's a pay-once one. No, actually, well, it initially did, but now it's like a pay, there is, like, a pay, there's a pay-once, and then there's, like, a subscription one, which actually gets you bonus content. Yeah. Or it's like lifetime. Then there's also Champions, which it's not a good replacement, but it's technically a replacement for City of Heroes, City of Villains. Yes, much to his dismay, Codemasters is probably not bringing it back. Ever. Yeah, yeah. He's working. As far as I know, most of what his job is now taking place at night. Yeah. And sad to say, Michael is currently the king of MMOs. Yeah. Mostly because of the fact that right now he is playing World of Warcraft and maybe switching over to no, Final Fantasy in a few weeks. Because back to Final Fantasy in order to basically gear up for next year. Because Stormblood, yes. And as you said, since you've gotten away, I don't recommend coming back. Yeah, and technically with the fact that there's some reinvigoration, some, at least from me, because Michael once said that he would come back once I get to the levels that would handle the Bahamut, and the one that I want to get to is over in Heavensward with which is Alexander. Yeah, Alexander is basically Bahamut's coil, but for Heavensward. Yeah. So as such, like I know. I'm not gonna convince you. Michael would probably go like, oh, damn it! I should probably pick that up, even though I will never be able to play it. Riggs. Riggs Mechanized Combat League is basically think a giant mecha sport, and I do mean sport, for PlayStation VR. Yeah. Rex. Yeah. Oh. Oh, I thought that was me. No, that is me. As soon as you started going, I thought for some odd reason, like, you started playing music. And it's like, huh. And then it's like, I checked, and it's like, no, that's me, because it's like a little... I've been finding recipes for stuff, and saving them, like, cake. Here's the soil. Oh hey, update to Mitomo. Yeah, you know how you can actually now decorate the rooms and stuff. Yeah, and the fact that like now you can, and those room updates also mean decorating your alternate Miis. You can actually have alternate Miis. Well, you could create them and then swap them out, but now they're individuals and get their own rooms. Yeah. And really, I'm probably the only one that's been really grabbing it. Yeah, it's sad to say, Mitomo, it's nice, but there really need to be a little bit more content at the get-go. A little bit more content at the get-go. I mean, answering questions is nice and all, but yeah. Go back up for water. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that one. Mostly that. Neil deGrasse Tyson, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Mm. Drinky drink. Oh, speaking of big kind of things that were announced this week, Ghost in the Shell. The first official trailer. I'm still being reserved about it. I did watch it. I am still a little reserved. One of the characters, yeah. One of the characters that actually they got to show off was Bateau. I don't recognize him, but I'd have to double check. Well, we already know who the Major is, and I'm still kind of wary about that. And for me, it's like it's not whitewashing that's kind of gotten me. It's the fact that it's like, don't get me wrong, she is a good actor. I don't think she has the right type of acting chops for that particular role. Mostly because of the fact that for me, the way like, I can't think of a good actor to play the Major. Mostly because of the fact that it's like it's hard to pin down. Like looks don't really matter. It's the fact that like it's how the Major acts and reacts to things. Because the way I see her is she's very stoic, and I do mean that in the actual sense of the word, stoic. And and typically, like the best way, yes, she's done Black Widow, but I hate to say it, but Black Widow tends to be a lot more sassy. A lot sassy. So it's not that like I don't think she can't do a good job. It's just that the stuff that I've seen her in doesn't give me that sense that she can do it justice. It's not really sure. I mean, there have been actors that have surprised me. Get me wrong. Admittedly, there's one scene in the trailer that kind of bugs me now because it keeps popping up every time I see it. I'm not gonna say because I'm pretty sure it's either the fact that the trailer was released just a little bit early and maybe they missed it, or maybe there's something else that actually goes in the story and such. So we'll leave it at that. Yar. Nope. Nope. That's true. It's Japanese. It's a Japanese one. However, the group behind Shin Gojira that brought it stateside, aka Funimation Films, is bringing the Full Metal Alchemist film to the US once it's released. So, as such, it is a it is a it is a proper one, and it is being done by the proper studios. As of right now, there are a few other live action movies that I've heard, but haven't seen anything of them yet. What keeps flying through you? Oh Jesus! Oh, the unknowns. As I know it's technically supposed to be pronounced unknown, but I say unnown mostly because of the fact that A, that's what it's the pun on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, expected. And I'm gonna take a brief break here just to get me something to kind of eat. So I'll be right back.
Drowsy, drowsy, slow. Magikarp. Goldine, Goldine. Drowsy. Goldine. Bro. Slow.
Punching out proc? What? Ooh. Hmm. 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 Ah. How do we get aluminum in the first place? Mm-hmm. Means we probably need to make a furnace. Nice. Mm. Diggy diggy hole. Yes, I am. As the sun sets, the moon rises. I mean, as the moon rises, the sun sets. Wait. Hmm.
Drowsy.
What is that? What is that?
Drowsy.
Oh,
Drowsy.
the room?
Drowsy.
Oh, Jesus.
Drowsy.
That's a slow bro. And that drowsy looks pissed as shit.
Drowsy. Bro. Slow. Drowsy. 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 Slow. Drowsy. Drowsy. Slow.
Yeah.
Bro. Slow.
Mm-hmm. It once week. Hmm. Yeah. Project. Waypoint. Hmm. Yeah. No. Hmm. Oh, speaking of other games, I decided to test out some of my emulators again. Yeah, PS2 emulator. But I decided to test them out by playing a couple of games that I had sitting around. Just didn't really try them because at the time I didn't have something that could work properly. Um, let's see. One of which was trying out. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go full dive. Come on, Pokemon Mune. I'm gonna do it now. And since it's $31 through Amazon, yeah. Tempted to get Pokemon Y as well.
Drowsy.
Bro.
Drowsy.
Let's see here. Oh, you're right. The Nido Queen? The Meryl was killed. I mean, I'm tempted to get both get Pokemon Y and Pokemon Moon. Yeah, I know I'm getting an older generation, but I want to play Pokemon Y just to get a feel of some of the mechanics, and then start on Moon. I don't have either X. I never got Pokemon X. No. You're thinking Ryan, also known as no. Hmm. No. No, I think there was. I can't recall off the top of my head. I think there was somebody who got X at the same time as you, but it wasn't me. So as such, it was one of those things. Let's see here. Latest build. Windows. PSS, PlayStation 2 emulator, 94%, almost 95% compatible with games. Yeah, and I still have the latest version, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, Amazon. I don't know, and plus the fact that since you got Y, like, I wasn't really intrigued by X. I wanted to get Y because of giant, huge bacon bird. That's what my friend who's the big Pokemon nerd called it, bacon bird. Bacon bird. But at the same time, like, I'm kind of thinking, like, should I just skip Y and then just go straight to Moon? Yeah. Yeah. And, still look at the new 3DS and go, like, it's nice and all, but, some of the versions out there are kind of admittedly, the latest one they've announced, the Lime Edition, which is an Amazon exclusive, kind of looks interesting. Because it's not exactly lime. I've seen ones where it's kind of got little tiny tracings of like Yoshi and Mario on it, because it includes Super Mario World on it. So whatever works. I mean, like, I understand that, like, X is, like, kind of interesting and supposedly the better of the two legendaries. It's just the fact that, like, yeah. Well, he technically kind of reminds me of something else entirely, which, Princess Mononoke, the forest spirit. Eh. You know what? Instead of getting Pokemon Y, I might get Monster Hunter Generations. I keep looking at it and I keep going meh, but like going like I do want it. It's just the fact that like nothing really captures it, and Pokemon. But the fact that like Monster Hunter Double Cross, aka like Monster Hunter Generations, is Monster Hunter Cross, I should say. Double Cross was just recently announced in Japan, so it's like, should I get it or should I just wait? At the same time, I mean, like, no, no, my call. Yeah, screw it. I'll just get Pokemon Moon and then just wait until like holiday purchasing to get other things like Pokemon Y Generations. Mm. Yeah. Boop. Diggy diggy hole. Eddie is actually kind of busy. Yeah. Also, okay, that's an interesting thing to see pop up. Crystal Pepsi. It's like, okay, winter Oreos and high ecto cooler citrus juice in cans. The crystal. Well, technically, when I got my hands on a couple, they were in. Oh, it's only for Prime members. Ooh. Ooh, can't get Crystal Pepsi because it's all sold out. See here. I can't get Surge either. Via Prime member. Surge is Prime member only. So if I want to get it, I have to sign up for Prime. Yeah. It is freaking amazing, but as of right now, can't really justify it. Yeah. But, oh, getting back to one of the odder things. Oh, what? What's this? No, a book thing, since I'm on Amazon. But, Let's see here. I know that you're not, like, right now you're just mostly focusing on PC, but did you get PS4 at any point? Oh. Still the same PSN account or a new PSN account? Okay. I'd have to double check. I have one myself. I'm sitting here, like, I'm kind of debating whether I should upgrade to the Pro or not, because it's not. Well, I was thinking of doing an exchange kind of thing. But the problem is that as of right now, it's the fact that it doesn't seem like there's a lot that I could that would benefit from it. Plus the fact that, like, if I get a new job, which I'm hoping happens, I can then start being a little bit, well, not frivolous, but at least planning better purchasing. And technically, if my job, if I get a in-home position, I can basically sit at home and play games all day. Well, technically doing what our mutual friend Shay was doing, which is basically doing work at the same time playing games. And yeah, but technically the job that I want to get is an at-home, and it's mostly just chat slash emailing clients, which, if it's emailing, like, as long as I respond in a dutiful manner, it shouldn't be too bad. And plus, if I'm playing RPGs and the such, oh god, I can put a pause on just about any of those. Yeah. And I know I pretty much convinced Michael to get World of Final Fantasy. I've played a good chunk of it. Me and Michael have thoroughly enjoyed it. You would definitely enjoy it, Will. Yes, because the fact that it puts in a lot of references for all of the Final Fantasy. And admittedly, as of so far that I've played, I've seen references to 1, 3, 10, 7. Hints of 8. I haven't encountered them yet, but they're in the intro. 13, 6, because Tara's on the freaking cover. There's probably going to be 9. Oh, right, and 5. 5, I've encountered a character from 5. No, Ferris of all people. But I'm pretty sure if I've encountered Ferris, I'm probably going to encounter Butt.